Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. My name is Brandon Davis. I am the founder of the Rags to Riches community. And I've had some people in my comments ask me why I'm always wearing a black shirt. And what I have to say to that is I do not like making decisions. So I have a lot of black shirts, and we're going to deal with that. So the question today becomes, Pulse Chain sacrifice is over. Now what? It seems like there's a lot of folks online that are kind of worried about this. Where do I buy Pulse Chain? Can I still sacrifice? Is everything over? Is all hope lost? No, all hope is not lost. In fact, it hasn't even begun. There's still a massive amount of hope. Let's talk about this here. Crypto headlines. Cryptocurrency language and infrastructure bill is detrimental to our future. Hacker returns stolen cryptocurrency and heist reversal. Mark Cuban says Dogecoin is the strongest cryptocurrency as a medium of exchange. Cryptocurrency investor warns government oversight could create bad regulation. Intel reveals stake in cryptocurrency platform Coinbase. Intel Corp revealed in regulatory filings Friday that it holds a small stake in the burgeoning cryptocurrency platform Coinbase. Okay, hacker returns half of the $600 million stolen. So this says hacker returns stolen cryptocurrency. This says half. Crypto is reshaping the world economy 50 years after Nixon ended the dollar peg to gold. Here's how some are playing it. Okay. So the question becomes now, the sacrifice phase is over. If you don't understand what I mean by sacrifice, don't even worry about it. It does not pertain to you whatsoever at this point. So Pulse Chain will presumably launch within the next 60 days at some point. So when that launch occurs, we want to use Uniswap or 1inch.io to purchase Pulse, or use the Ethereum to Pulse bridge that may or may not be built out when Pulse becomes available to the public. So you're going to want to use decentralized exchange, all right? You're going to want to download MetaMask to be able to use a decentralized exchange. If you don't know how to do that, just ask me in the comments, and I'll tell you how to do it. But essentially, download MetaMask, send some Ethereum to MetaMask, and then you can go to 1inch.io or Uniswap, and you can connect your MetaMask wallet, and it will facilitate the purchase for you. So let's talk about this too. Important things to keep in mind. What would you have given to invest in Bitcoin at its inception? What would you have given to invest in Litecoin, Ethereum, BNB, ADA, etc., etc., etc.? Well, I've got great news for you. If you decide to invest in Pulse, you are officially at the beginning. Don't worry if you missed out on the sacrifice phase. The question now becomes, what is your strategy? What is your strategy now when Pulse launches? Money is a direct measure of sacrifice. I repeat, money is a direct measure of sacrifice. Money can be sacrificed multiplied by time. You can have low sacrifice, high time, so that equals a lot of money. Or high sacrifice, low time. That equals a lot of money, right? So how do we get there? How do most humans on this earth get to be able to make a lot of money using time and using their money? We dollar cost average, okay? I'm going to put a link in the description of this video to a video that I did months ago about dollar cost averaging, what it is, very simply stated, very simply put, okay? You can go a whole lot more into it, but I'm going to make it simple for you folks. So check out the link in the video. But $600 a month invested in Bitcoin from 12/1/2017 to 8/15/2021. You would have spent a total of $27,000. You would have acquired 3.1 BTC. And that total value would have been $144,859.92. $6 a month. Not trying to trade, not trying to time the market. Your ROI would have been 436.52%. We want to hodl no saddle. Hodl, no saddle. All right? This is dollar cost averaging at its finest. So in terms of pretty much anywhere in the world, that's a big chunk of change. Even if this was half, even if you invested $300 a month, for example, that would still be a big chunk of change. $72,000, $73,000. So what is dollar cost averaging? Contribute on a regular basis. So you want to take a certain amount of money, the amount of money that you can afford without making yourself go broke. Because if you put yourself in a bad situation, you're going to pull your money out. Don't do that. All right? Make it an automatic deposit if at all possible. Coinbase.com allows you to do weekly, biweekly, monthly by monthly deposits straight to your Coinbase account. You can buy Ethereum directly, and you don't have to think about it. Set it on autopilot so you don't forget. Okay, as much or as little as you can afford. This is your opportunity to make a lot of money, guys. If you invested $100 a month into Pulse for 3 years from day one, this does not include the folks who sacrificed. Okay. Just a regular Joe that missed out on the sacrifice phase. Let's say Pulse does 100x in 3 years. That's pretty easily 6 figures off $100 a month. All right. And even if you invested $50 a month, you could still have 6 figures. Maybe more, maybe a little less, but it's going to be a huge chunk of change. All right. If you have a large sum of cash, it may, this is my opinion, it may be advisable. I would advise myself to do this, not you all. It may be advisable to use half of your stack and buy right away when price is cheap. So on the first day, you might see a huge candle, right? And you're like, hey, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait until this candle calms down, they sell off, and then I'll buy when everything corrects. Well, you might not want to do that. And here's why. Because sometimes those candles pump and they never come back. We've got a very strong community here. So if that candle pumps, it may never come back. So what you could do to be able to get the best of both worlds, take half of your lump sum and go ahead and just buy right away. If it pumps, awesome. You can dollar cost average in. Use the other half to DCA. If it doesn't pump and drop in, you can start buying on the way down to decrease your entry price, your average entry price. So that's probably a good strategy for a lot of folks. But it's my opinion. I like I always say, barely graduated high school. So the other thing that you can do is be involved in the community, because there's a whole lot of strategies and a whole lot of things that people do that are involved in the community. It's extra information. It's extra intel. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're staking that. Oh, what's potentially coming up? What are the rumors? So you need to try to stay ahead of the news here as much as possible. By the time you see it on CoinDesk or it's advertised to you on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, it's too late. So try to get ahead of that. All right. And I want to leave you guys with these quotes. I wanted to make this video small so you guys would stay engaged here. And none of these quotes are mine, and I don't care. Well, there's somebody's. You guys can Google it. They're not mine. Patience attains all that it strives for. That's applicable to what we're talking about. Money is a direct measurement of sacrifice. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. I think that was Abraham Lincoln. Be patient and be smart. People worship poverty too. They just don't realize it. I forgot the why there. People worship poverty too. They just don't realize it. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say you're making $30,000 a year and you really want those $300, $400 pair of Jordans. That's worshiping poverty. It's going to make you feel good in the short term. And you're going to look fly, but your bank account ain't going to be fly. That's for sure. What about the cars? What about the jewelry? What about the manicures? What about the pedicures? This all ties into sacrifice. People worship poverty too, and they just don't realize it. The cave you fear is to enter holds the treasure that you seek. I think that's like Plato maybe, or Socrates, or one of those guys. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. go ahead and take a risk. Just try this out. Take a couple years. Invest as much money that you're willing to lose. Just an opinion here. Just some unsolicited advice that you probably shouldn't take. Lastly, you cannot out-earn stupidity. All right? If you try to trade the market, you're going to get burned. There's 200 people in this group. Out of those 200 people, they probably all started and lost most of their money initially. That's what we're trying to turn around here. If you look at the 50, 20, 25, 25, 25 strategy in our group, you can just go to the search bar and pull it up. Go to the pinned messages. It'll talk about what you need to do. Use that in conjunction with dollar cost averaging. I'm going to put that link below. All right. All right. And the last thing I want to talk about, folks, I am auctioning off an NFT, the first NFT I've ever done. This is the Rags to Riches NFT. This NFT, all the funds and proceeds are going to go to the Roanoke Rescue Mission, rescuemission.net. I'm going to be very transparent. I'm going to display the address that the money went to. I don't care if this thing sells for $30 or it sells for $3,000. Whatever money is made will go directly to them, and we will have pictures of everything to make sure that you guys know that that's where the money's going. There's a lot of bad actors in the world, and I don't want to be one of them, and I don't want you to think I am, so I will go out of my way to ensure everything is transparent. Thank you guys so much. Our channel is doing really well. Check us out in the Telegram group. If you're dumb, we're going to kick you out. Don't be dumb. We're adults in there. Ask questions. And until next time, talk to you guys later.